Hey, this is Charles Onyet with IGN here with Anthony Gallegos.
Hello.
And we're about to play Rage here. This is Rage running on Xbox 360. It's installed to the system. And before I get started, I just wanted to point out this is way late in Rage. So, I mean, there aren't any major spoilers here. This is just the second town you go to, but the quest I'm about to go on is really late in the game. It's a really cool quest, too. But you'll see a lot of the more advanced weapons and what an advanced vehicle looks like. So, if you're planning on playing this game and you don't want to see a lot of this stuff, I be warned. I have warned you.
Yeah, turn it off now.
Yeah.
All right.
So anyway, with that out of the way, I'm just going to move forward and do this mission. So this is Subway Town. This is the second major town you go to, and like the one before it, Wellspring, it just has NPCs standing all over the place that will do various things. I was just in the bar over here.
So there's no functioning subways at this point. This is all just towns built up around the infrastructure that was left behind. Correct?
As far as I can tell, yes.
Yeah.
I don't believe there are any functioning subways. This guy, Abbott, you can do a knife mini game, which I'm not going to get into, but it's just a reflex game where you try to stab in between your fingers. This guy will give you rewards and stuff for blowing vehicles up. This is a card game, a mini game that you can do with cards you collect. That's sort of Magic-esque, but not really.
Looking at the table, I would have thought it was blackjack.
Yeah, the table does say blackjack, but it's not a blackjack game.
Okay.
It's a collectible card game. So the more cards you collect by exploring and stuff like that, the better you'll be. And there are vendors and stuff in various floors. But I'm just going to get out of here and go out to the Wasteland, because the way this works is this is basically the questing hub. And then if you want to go out and actually do missions and things like that, you enter your garage and pick your car. I have a few cars here. So this is these are just the various cars you earn throughout the game. So there's the buggy, this is the super basic one that pretty much sucks, and you have to get the better versions of the car in order to survive tougher mutants out in the wasteland. So I'm going to pick, this is the most upgraded one, and it has some damage, so I'm going to repair it. And then leave and head out to the wasteland. And now out in the wasteland, there aren't actually shooting sequences. So it's not like something like Far Cry 2, where basically anywhere in the world you could get attacked, and it's mostly first-person shooting. The open world sections of this game, in quotes, are just meant for driving, essentially.
Can you get out of your car while you're driving?
You can, yeah, but then you're going to get run over by... I mean, there are bandits running around, so yeah, here's the wasteland, and actually this gives me an opportunity to show off the exterior of Subway Town, which I think looks amazing. Here, I'm going to see if I can do this properly. There we go. Like that looks so awesome. And I mean, you can see that this is running perfectly smoothly, no hitching on 360.
Got a really great frame rate on 360.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is definitely like one of the best looking games I've ever seen, for the most part. I know some hardcore people would take issue with the occasional texture load-in delay and stuff like that, but I think that's very minor considering what else this game gives you. And the fact that, like, you can see little pieces of armor flying off my car, that's a really cool detail. In terms of what the vehicle can actually do, I have a minigun, and I can switch over to rockets. Or maybe this is I don't remember if this is my plasma cannon or not. Oop, I just fired at him. But yeah, it'll lock on.
Oh, okay, so
there, he put up a shield power up. So this is almost like a kart racer, this section. And as you can see, there really aren't any enemies out here to fight. And I'm essentially just following my mini-map to go to the questing zone.
So when you kill these guys while you're driving and stuff, though, does it yield experience that you can use?
You can turn that stuff in for bonuses at the bar that I was just at. So both bartenders in the game in both towns have quests that are just sort of recurring, and you'll get challenges occasionally to kill like 4 bandits in a certain area, and then you'll get a bonus. You can also do jumps for special power-ups and stuff like that if you find them.
So here we are. We're arriving in Jackal Canyon.
But yeah, so this is, and yeah, you can just get out of the car if you want to. I wouldn't advise it over there. But the actual like gunplay areas such as this, obviously very funneled, more corridor-like, even though there isn't a actual corridor here. It is pretty much constrained. And I mean, here you just get a sense of how cool some of the environments are in this game. Like, this is really impressive.
This looks like you're entering something out of the Temple of Doom in Indiana Jones. It's very ominous looking.
Yeah, and I mean, it reinforces the sense and this builds up throughout the game, so it reinforces the idea that you're getting more and more into the higher level villains in the game, so it doesn't just feel like you're fighting the same guys over and over again. Like you're making progress. Clearly that guy, not happy.
The art direction in this game is really interesting too. I mean, you know, it's really easy to draw comparisons to Fallout and Borderlands and stuff because they all involve like a post-apocalyptic world, but this one I feel has kind of a distinct look to it.
It's almost it's a little goofy too, and it's weird because in the towns the NPCs they'll just sort of crack jokes and stuff like that. Oh, here's a card, so there you go. I got a collectible card I can use in that game if I want to. But yeah, I mean, nobody seems really that unhappy that they're living in this post-apocalyptic wasteland.
I guess it's all they know.
Yeah. Now, I could sneak up on this guy if I wanted to, but I'm just going to hit him with my shotgun. And yeah, these are more powerful enemies. You can loot the bodies like that, so I just got some dollars off of him. But again, the visuals are out of control and running perfectly smoothly, no hitching, nothing like that. Yeah, it looks amazing. So basically in these areas, like you can see the path forward is pretty straight. It doesn't get too complicated. I do have a few weapons here. I guess I can just show off the menu system. Whoops, that is the wrong menu. I'm going to show off the correct menu. Here's my quest menu. So I have a few side tasks. I'm working on a main task right now. I won't go into that too much, but you can carry around all of your weapons at the same time. So it's not like you have to drop them, but you can only have 4 active.
And those are mapped to like a D-pad on the 360?
Yeah, so because I'm playing on 360, so I already have my crossbow, my sniper rifle, shotgun, and if I wanted to put my pistol on, I would just pick one of these areas to add it to, but I'm not going to because I don't want to right now. And you can see the little bars under the guns have alternate ammunition types, which you can craft in this menu. This is the crafting menu that you get gear items like these advanced sentry bots that will fight next to you and for you. Or you can get like dynamite bolts here that are really, really useful toward the end of the game as enemies get more.
And you can do that on the fly at any time. You don't have to go and find a crafting table.
Yeah,
to make it work.
Yeah, I can do it during. Well, here, let's see if I can. I'm gonna kill this guy first. I should do. I'm gonna see if I can switch out my. Oops, that's totally the wrong button. Yeah, so if you bring up the weapon select menu, you can also pick the ammo types. So here I'm just going to load in pop rockets, which is basically a grenade launcher.
Oh wow, that was a really good shot.
Yeah.
Considering you have to arc it.
I don't know where that one went, but I was hoping to hit him.
Nice.
I missed. There we go. So yeah, you actually get quite a bit of usefulness outside of the basic shotgun functionality, and then I can just switch back over to shotgun and swap to regular buckshot.
I mean, that's cool because it allowed you to take those guys out at a range that a shotgun would typically be pretty useless.
Yeah. Let's see, I flipped that switch, so now I can go back, if I'm remembering this correctly. And yeah, those guys are just going to keep bothering me there, so I'm going to stay away from them and try to get further into this fortress. Yeah, I mean, pretty cool character designs, too. Like, this guy has what appears to be
deer antlers or moose antlers on his back.
Moose antlers? He's coming at me with an axe, so he clearly really wants to kill me quite a bit. But yeah, the enemy AI, like, as you'll see them run at me, I'm just going to not shoot for a second, but they'll roll, they'll jump all over the place, like that guy's hopping off the fences. So they try to make it so that it does. I mean, they try to make it so that enemies aren't just like suicidally running directly at you, and it's super easy to fight everyone. I am getting close to dead here, so I'm going to use a bandage, which it's a regenerating health system, but you can use the bandage to quickly regenerate health. Floating dynamite.
Oh, jeez.
Probably going to blow that up. I don't know why they have that just floating around. That seems really dangerous, but.
I'm sure when the planner of the city was like, you know, we really need dynamite.
Like, guys,
floating around.
So this city looks great. It's really pretty, but we could use some balloons with dynamite strapped to it. That would be amazing. Again, sort of a goofy tone for the game. I mean, a somewhat serious, bandit hideout where these guys, don't joke around very often, but they also have floating dynamite all over the place. So yeah, like in BioShock, you'll just go around and you'll find stuff like sitting all over the place. Those are components that you can use in the crafting recipes and things like that. And actually, I'm going to use a different weapon here. This is a assault rifle, and actually you can see. Oh boy, I'm going to go ahead and not shoot that. Oh crap! All right, I'm going to shoot that one. My fault. Go upstairs. You can see at the front there's a little bit of a stabilizer. So in addition to the ammunition types. Most weapons have a few upgrades that you can make to them that increases their effectiveness. This is totally the wrong weapon for me to use later. But yeah, you can see enemies don't necessarily go down in one shot either. You really have to be accurate and consistent with your shooting. If you're just spraying randomly, like I was for the majority of that firefight, you're going to get hit quite a bunch.
So you fight a lot of guys that do a lot of melee combat, but I assume there are guys that also use more ranged weaponry as well. I mean, are you the only one with a gun typically, or are there other people rolling around with guns?
There are lots of other guys with guns. It's just in this particular mission, in these tunnel section or canyon sections, it seems like most guys are melee focused. But yes, you will fight quite a few people who will sit back, and they'll sit back behind cover. And what am I supposed to do here? Oh, here we go. They'll sit back behind cover and take shots at you with assault rifles, with pistols, like this guy.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And they'll throw grenades at you too. So it's no stalker issue where people just don't throw grenades for some reason. Yeah, I mean, it tries to mix it up so that it doesn't seem like you're going through a straight away canyon with these little zip lines and things like that, but it is mostly just point A to point B in most of the combat zones. Oh god.
Oh, Charles is not looking good.
So many monster closets. Alright, I have to, oh god. Oh, well, at least I can show this. So this is where you can self-revive a limited number of times in the game. There's a cooldown on it, so you can't just do it as many times as you want, but when you do it, it will bring you back and. Okay, so somebody has a grenade launcher.
So basically it allows you to come back and not have to go all the way back to a checkpoint at least once.
Yeah.